Today I'm going to talk about scaling MongoDB with horizontal and vertical sharding. So about me, myself Manosh Malai. I'm very much interested in open source technology, particularly database, and I'm into DevOps and SRE practices in my organization. I'm very active tech speaker, very little bit blogger. So about Mydbops, Mydbops is a database expertise company. We are into consulting and managed services. We are focusing on MySQL, Mongo, Postgres, TiDB, and Cassandra. About us, so we are handling 1 million plus DB transaction per day, and we are having 300 server plus monitoring every day. 100 plus database migration, very interesting job done by our team. And we have 300 plus happy clients, few of them here. So today agenda of the topic is sharding. I hope most of even TiDB also shared some interesting things, but I'm from Mongo background. So this is what we are going to see. Vertical sharding is quite excited feature. I will come to that. Horizontal is the default one which is having in the Mongo. So first I like to share, anyway you guys are already have some understanding for the forum. I like to tell when we need to shard, why we need to shard. The data is the world currently, the system is running. When the data is growing hugely, you cannot keep the data in vertical. So you need to choose horizontal. Sharding is one of the good technique to distribute the data and scale it very well. When to shard is one of the interesting question everyone will ask during my consulting journey. So there is no any defined and a key answer to tell when I can shard, but there is some metric you can define or you can keep yourself to tell when we can shard. Size of the data is come to the matter. So when we have huge data, sure you can think about go for a sharding. And performance, even small data we recommend to shard based on your read scale and write scale, how you are scaling. I will share some use cases. Scalability and availability redundancy. When I have a single node which have 1 TB of data, which is not good to have in one single node. If I need to distribute the data into 4 nodes, 250 GB, 250 GB, and 250 GB kind of thing, I can easily back up, I can restore. If anything that happened on one particular shard, it will be affected on that node. So in this case, you can think about shard. Availability and flexibility. Flexibility part, you can play a game like I can add one node and I can expand my shard from 4 to 5. So that the data will be eventually distributed to all the node. So in this case, you can shard everything and scale your system very well. So types of sharding today we are going to discuss: vertical sharding and horizontal sharding. Will Mongo support vertical sharding? Anyone? No, Mongo won't support. Mongo won't support vertical sharding. So how we can achieve? We'll take a use case. I have a database collection called session, product catalog, cart, and checkout. I'm very much affected by session database. Table. Very much. Because few of the business applications will capture the user location or some sessions and aggressively write in the session tables or collections, which affect my business queries in the catalog and cart and checkouts, which is not very highly used cases for session. So in that case, my session is itself consuming more amount of IOPS, write IOPS. So my IOPS is going to totally screwed there. So in that case, I don't like to go for horizontal sharding, which is quite need more expertise or a lot of things to manage, more expertise is needed. So how can I do it? Yeah, vertical sharding you can achieve. So what I'm suggesting, move session to one replica, product to one replica, cart and checkout to another replica. This is what my suggestions. So splitting the table into different shard, the performance of the query only need to fetch from that particular collection. So the one thing you need to be very precise, where the particular table is not going to join another table, you can isolate that into the different replica node. So you need to consider this parameter when you are going for vertical sharding. If there is small amount of application join is okay, you can push other tables also in the isolated replica set. If it is data interconnect is needed, please don't go for vertical sharding. Keep that in the same node. Only suitable for small and medium data sets because it is not relevant. It is not in-house provided by the Mongo. It is a techniques we are using to achieve that. So how we can achieve vertical sharding? So I used Console. Console is one of my favorite service discovery tool, and etc Zookeeper. And syncing solution, I used Mongo Push, and I'm very much in love with Mongo Sync also. I'm not good with Mongo Dump and Restore. Using this tool, we can create some design, and I can create vertical sharding in Mongo. This is my architecture. I will keep the console here. In the application, I have a console agent. I have a Mongo replica set. You know, console SDK is there, or console agent is there. You can tell your application to discover the application, which collection is reside on the which database. That agent will do the information fetch and update the service discovery in the console, and the driver or the agent will automatically register, check the service discovery and update the connection string of Mongo, and automatically it will happen. Small tweaks, so we can achieve the vertical sharding here. Very important point, how I can migrate based on the need. Today I have a session database or collection in server A. How I can lively migrate? Yeah, there is a tool as I specified. Mongo Push is a wonderful tool. You can do a live migration. Cluster Sync, very familiar tool right now. You can do that. The one difference between Mongo Push and Cluster Sync, Mongo Push and Mongo Sync is you cannot merge two collection kind of techniques. That is quite different. But live migration is there when you have a small downtime and you can cut over, and automatically console will detect that connection string, the job is done. So it's a zero effort. This is about vertical sharding. Now we are going to talk about horizontal sharding. Will Mongo support horizontal sharding? Yes. One of my favorite Mongo feature is sharding, but I too fear about Mongo sharding because handling multiple node, it is very tightly connected. If any one small mistake will be costlier action. First, I like to share what are all the components of Mongo Shard. We have three components in Mongo Shard. One is Mongoose, another one is config server, another one is data bearing node we call as a shards. Mongoose is a router. You guys are familiar with MySQL. We have MySQL router, something like that. Config server is kind of a brain. I know where my data is there here, which data bearing node have my data, that hold by config server. So what will happen, this Mongoose, right, will have a meta information from the config server and keep it ready. So whenever the query is coming, it come to Mongoose and ask, where is Manosh? It will tell which shard having Manosh, it will go there. So this is the architecture. So, okay, we know what is shard. We know what are all the components of shard. So what is the important thing we need to learn now? Shard key. What is the use of shard key? So I decided I'm going to break my collection, a table. I need to use some key, right? That is shard key. So I need to choose some field. I'm going to divide my data into multiple collections. So that is the shard key. This is the image just representing that. What are all the types of shard key? Range, hash, and zone sharding. So one of this interesting question, recently I also went for an audit for one insurance client. It's quite interesting for me because I have 1.5 GB of data. They are already in the shard. So what I need to recommend is very crucial. For 2 days, I like what I need to do, what I need to. So I need to understand, they also not ready to share the production server because they are ready, they only share the staging environment. That is replica set. That is replica set, but I need to do audit for shard. I call developer, I get all the KT because I need to understand the application. Because without understanding the application, don't shard. What you need to understand application. My favorite language is Tamil. I speak English because of my job. So you need to understand me to speak. So if I need to shard my data, I need to understand how it will read, how it will write, when it will read, when it will write, when we will put batch job, when we will put cron job. I need to understand everything. Then I come for a recommendation. So much critical part is in sharding, not setup, not application. This one important decision you need to take, which shard key you are going to use. Every shard key have their own advantage and disadvantage, and how your data is, and how your application behavior is. If you are going for quite range operation business queries, a range key is better. If you are going for targeted operation business things, for example, I have a business agent, I need to always my business queries fetch one agent related information. So go for hash. If I'm going to fetch, okay, I need from this to this data. So this kind of methodology you need to understand and decide the shard key. And zone sharding is one interesting feature in Mongo. If you have a distributed application in different region, you need to keep your data, relevant data only to that region. Zone sharding is one of the interesting feature we can consider. So now we learn what is shard, what is the shard component, and what kind of shard key we have in Mongo. Now we need to understand one thing is what kind of operations we have. There are two kinds of operation. One is targeted operation, another one is broadcast operation. Targeted operation, hey Kabilesh. So I'm asking one person, who is Kabilesh? So the question is going for everyone. Everyone keeps attention to me, and you yourself telling I'm not a Kabilesh. This is broadcast operation. So you think as a computation part, I need Manosh. If it is going for all the shard and asking who is Manosh, all the server need to take the query and process it until I don't have that. So that is costlier operation. So whenever you are handling shard, two things need to be understand. Your query is a targeted query or broadcast query. If your query is not having shard key, then it is a broadcast. Because if the query is having shard key, it is like mostly unique. Mostly only. So shard key indexes. So this is the journey of shard key indexes. We have single field ascending index, single field hashed index, compound ascending index, and compound hashed index, which was released in 4.4. You cannot create descending index in shard. It will throw error. How to create a shard key? So this is the command you use to create or enable a collection to shard. If the collection is empty, the command itself create index, because when you are enabling shard on the collection, you need index, because index only the primary component to split the data. So it is more internal. So this is the thing. In component index part, you can also create a component index. The uniqueness of the data will be considered on the 2 value, not 1. It is not about prefix, it's both the key. If I'm going to create index for field A and B and create an index, and always the uniqueness of the data, because in shard key also you can create unique index. So always the uniqueness will be combination of A and B. So this is the quite interesting things I like to share with the forum. After 4.2, before itself Mongo realized, you guys observe the Mongo development model, right? It's very interesting. I like to share one experience with you guys. How the development, I don't know who is the development strategist who is doing in Mongo. It's really fantastic job they are doing. Recent release, they are introducing, this is out of this topic, just for information. Mongo is telling, I'm going to enable field level encryption. So I think, okay, it's one of the features. Now they introduce queryable encryption. Then only I realized queryable encryption is a child of field level encryption. They marketed it and they introduced it and they started to enforce everyone to use it, and they are introduced the queryable encryption. So the development cycle of Mongo is fantastic. You guys can explore a lot of things. It's always connected. Always connected it. So one of the fabulous job they are doing at the development end. So shard key improvement after Mongo 4.4, that we have mutable shard key value. Before 4.2, today I'm telling like I have inserted one document. The name is Manosh is the shard key. I'm going to tell I need to change the username Manosh Malai. Before 4.2, that is not doable. You need to capture the JSON and manually remove, and you need to delete and reinsert. 4.2, it is achievable. So I'm going for next, it is follow-up. Now we are going to talk about refinable shard key. What is refinable shard key? You can see the image. I have a shard A, shard B, and shard C. One shard A is having 21% of data, shard B have a 15% of the data, and shard C having a 64% of data. Do you think it's what? That is not a purpose of shard. It need to be equally distributed. Correct? It need to be equally distributed. So in this case, what usually before 4.4 we will do, we need to take dump, and we need to change our shard key, and we need to restore it. Our business teams will screw us if you are doing that. So, and hectic job for us also, correct? If I'm having 1 TB of data, and suddenly you found one day that this shard key is not working for us, we need to go for a new shard key. 1 TB of data, I think about how much effort DB team need to do, application team. So they come with new solution called refinable shard key. So one thing we need to keep remember on this refinable shard key, we have existing shard key called mobile number. Maybe we can add timestamp after that. We have one use case. We are working with the biggest telecommunication in India. They are storing mobile number as a shard key. Last year, you guys know, we have a flood and storm at Chennai. We also face that field in the shard server. Because the purpose of one is, if you are going out of network, you'll get a SMS, right? Airtel, this guy is trying to reach you, but you are not able to connect. That application we work. Whenever Chennai got hit, we got hit. So much SMS is generated and go to that user that these people are tried, and so what is the problem here? I like to state here, they use mobile number, it is monolithically increased. If one mobile number got suddenly attacked, if Chennai is a region, you think how much people we have, suddenly that particular shards are going screwed there. So that the data is not properly distributed, right? You see, this server will attack more, and this server will be next, and this will be less. So we have a good resource. I have a 1 TB of RAM, I have more CPU, but this server is quite ideal when the server is fully screwed. So So refinable shard key, I can take a call and I can change my shard key and I can do the live migration without taking downtime anything. Guideline of refinable shard key. So you need to be in 4.4 and your feature compatibility version of Mongo also 4.4. And you need to make sure the index is created before you are going for a new shard key. Because previously mobile number is a shard key. Now you are telling mobile number, comma, timestamp, then you need to create a new index before going for this one. Mongo introduced compound shard key. So this is what I tell. You see, they enable refined shard key. Before that, we don't have compound hash index. They enable compound hash index, and they also enable new feature called refinable shard key. Either you go for a normal index shard key or hash. This is what I like now. So compound. Previously we have single field hash index. Mongo introduced compound hash index. So hash index, I will come to that. Maybe that is the interesting part. So to overcome the monolithically increase. So what it is I have a mobile number and that data is stored in a chunk. So in particularly one thing I like to share, it is a range or it is a hash. The Mongo will distribute based on the range only. So if I am storing a UUID or underscore ID as a short key, it's a UUID4 will be different use case. You guys know, develop backend team. If it's sequence number kind of thing, right? It always store in one range. If the same UUID is going to update, that also goes into the same chunk. The chunk size is 64 MB. In that case, the data is growing monolithically increase, right? That one chunk itself having more amount of data. So the chunk size will be bigger and the server also get more data inside it. So the compound hash index, what it will do, it will hash one field and create more uniqueness and distribute the data. This is one of my very favorite feature, live resharding. Reshard without downtime. So any combination of changes, you can go from compound hash to range, range to range, range to hash. Anyway, you can reshard lively. Reshard process flow I have shared here. Suppose you have 1 TB of data, you need to make sure that at least you have 1.2 TB of data free space. And you need to make sure your IOPS is below 50% and CPU is below 80%. And you need to make sure when you are going for changing your shard key and you need to update your application, because live resharding will query go there and here. So you need to have this at your end before enabling live resharding. One important thing here is one will be a donor, one will be a recipient. Who is the donor? I have a chunk. While I'm going to reshard with the new shard key, that existing chunk will be the donor. The new chunk, wherever the shard is having, that will be a recipient. This is the phase of internal process. This is the whole internal process, how this is happening. First, it will do, and it will stop. We need to stop the balancer here. It will start working on the understanding the data where it is, and create empty sharded collections over there temporarily, and it will create an index and slowly push the data over there, and whatever the new data is coming, it will keep and it will push. There is one recent important change in the Mongo oplog. If you guys are background from, as Bonesh said, right, in Postgres you guys call val, and MySQL we call undo table. Undo table in Mongo is called oplog. So that will be stored temporarily and it will be reapplied based on where the shard is there. So finally the commit pace will be there and the data will be committed. So reshard process command, So this is the command you need to enable. For example, mydb.test is the collection. Now I'm going to reshard with vehicle number and user mobile number hash. And this is the command to monitor. And if you like to abort the resharding, yes, we can do till 99.9%. If shard is not completed, till the commit stage is not came into the picture, you can do that. Reshard, you can cancel the reshard. To summarize, what issue does this feature resolve? It will resolve the jumbo junk, uneven load distribution, decreasing query performance over time, scatter gather query, that is broadcast query. Improvement, one important improvement, not very interesting feature like whatever we saw compound index, compound hash, but it's like to say have default chunk size changed to 128, which is 64 previously, 5.2 they increase. And auto merger is one interesting feature they have introduced in 7.0. So if you like to feel that you like to merge one index and index A, sorry, chunk A and chunk B, we can create a set of rule in auto merger and automatically it will monitor and it will merge automatically. So it's one of the DB effort now, but after 7 it will be reduced, but it is a configurable. Thank you.